Hello, my name is Somerville Johnston, and today I'm going to be guiding us through a restorative child's pose. So the days are definitely getting shorter, especially now that we've experienced the time change, the end of daylight savings time. It's getting dark really early, and we can feel often a slowing down that's happening, which we might tend to want to fight, but this pose today is actually going to invite an embracing of this slowing down at this time of year. You know, nature shows us right now that it's a time to shed and let go, to transition through our colorful range of emotions, and also to let the leaves fall and slow down and really use winter as a time of rest and restoration. This pose evokes a lot of that for me. And so I'll be guiding you not only into the pose, but also offering some imagery, guided imagery, and a mindful way of dropping into the pose rather than a mindless physical posture in which your brain continues to run rampant around all the things that you need to do today. So you will need a prop for today. If you happen to have a bolster, that would be wonderful. Notice that it's pretty long, so a great replacement for a bolster would be a couple of longer pillows stacked on top of each other. If you only have shorter standard pillows, that's fine too. You can stack them and then maybe add like a couch cushion or something for your head to rest on, because your torso will be resting upon the bolster. In addition, you might want to have a blanket, something that you can lay on top of you. This adds another element to this posture. You can even cover your head with the blanket if you really want to allow darkness to help focus you inward rather than the light of the sun or anything you might see around your room distracting you from really going into a slower place. So once you have those two items, make your way to a mat or the carpet. Better to not be on the hardwood floor. That's not going to be really easy on your knees or your ankles. But you can come into a seated position, ideally letting your ankles be flat. If that's not comfortable for you, you can grab a little towel to roll up and place right underneath your ankles. We all have different levels of flexibility in our joints, so this pose should really be comfortable, something in which your body isn't holding any tension. So as we get into it, as you discover any places your body is holding, looking for ways to support your body, and more support leads to more letting go. I would also offer that as a general theme this season. More support can lead to more letting go. So with your knees spread wide, you can bring the bolster in between your knees and then slowly walk your hands out on either side of the bolster all the way until your belly and your chest and then even your cheek come to rest on the bolster. About halfway through this video, I'll cue you to turn your face the other direction just so you get an even balance of stretch through your neck. Just to demonstrate what it would look like if you were to incorporate the blanket. Again, this can be really lovely, not only for temperature, just staying warm, but also, as you cover up fully, make a nice little turtle here. It brings in a level of darkness and calming. But find that temperature regulation that's also good for you, and taking time to do this. You can pause the video, go grab socks to put on or towel roll under your ankles. And then once you've found your position of comfort, letting your eyes close if that's comfortable for you. Otherwise, gazing softly in a non-focused or unfocused way so that you're not distracted by like laundry that needs to be folded or something in your eyesight. But if it's comfortable to close your eyes, go ahead and do so. And notice your breath as you find it. So without trying to change it, Begin to tune into it. Feeling the full length of the inhale and the full length of the exhale. And then start to invite, with every exhale, a little bit of letting go. Maybe most obviously this could be in the shoulders. Letting the shoulders get heavy and drape across the bolster, rounding a little bit, feeling more of an opening in the upper back between the shoulder blades. Letting your belly soften and let go. In this space with our knees spread apart, as opposed to a child's pose with our knees together, there's room for the belly to drop and not be pressed against the thighs. Letting your jaw be heavy and relaxed. Even your fingers and your hands. Feel them open and soft. And then feeling the hips also heavy, kind of falling into the earth. And I invite you to imagine that you are in a place of ultimate safety. And if your eyes are closed, perhaps there's an image that can come of what safety looks like for you. Like, where's a place for you, real or imaginary, where you feel at ease and safe? And as you feel that safety, notice what happens in your body internally, maybe what else starts to let go. You can go ahead and turn your head to the other side to even out your neck muscles. And then again, image of safety. Noticing if your body has re-tensed in any way and inviting that letting go. Knowing that in this moment, the earth underneath you, it's got you. You are fully supported. You don't have to hold yourself up in any way. You are allowed to be and to rest. And even notice if any emotion comes up with this idea of being allowed to just rest. And what it might feel like to give yourself this permission. Is it difficult? Is it relieving? Without judging the experience, just noticing how you might need this. And if at any point a sigh emerges, feel free to let that make a noise. And feel the next layer of letting go. I invite you to stay here as long as you need. And when you are ready, to give yourself some gift of a word to remember this experience, or a phrase that feels helpful to take with you. And again, you can stay here, or you can use your hands to slow push-up off the bolster. And coming into a seated position, or perhaps laying on your back. And pausing and reorienting to the space around you. Taking your time to do that before you make any transitions today. This supported child's pose can be done at any time of day, anywhere that you feel comfortable doing so. It can be a beautiful way to end your day, slowly calming and getting you ready for sleep. It can also be a sweet way to start the day, especially if it is difficult for you to get going in the morning. Transitioning out of bed into this supported child's pose, it's gentle, it's sweet, it's subtle, and it helps you then take the next step of sitting up, opening your eyes, and feeling the nourishment you've just given yourself as preparation for the day to come. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a beautiful day.